So many companies dive straight into a training program without ever really understanding what the real training needs are. Effective courses don't just happen, they're designed, and the most effective training courses aren't isolated events, but part of a larger training framework. To ensure that the course is designed to meet the needs of those who are going to be trained and support this overall training framework, a process referred to as instructional design is used. Instructional design is the systematic process of designing educational and training programs from the start to the finish. The instruction might be delivered through new hire classes, professional development training courses, on-the-job training, or by means of some kind of distance learning solution. After this presentation, you're going to be able to describe 5 key elements of the instructional design process. Hi, my name's Bruce Paul, and I want to welcome you to this Open Web App seminar on the instructional design process. Instructional design, also known as Instructional Systems Design or ISD, is the systematic development of instruction using adult learning concepts and design techniques. While trainers may focus on the delivery of content, instructional design is concerned with what occurs before, during, and after the actual learning event. This systematic approach ensures that there's a genuine need for the training, that learning events are well designed, that quality training materials are developed, that learning events are implemented using appropriate strategies or approaches, and that learning events are evaluated to ensure that learning has actually taken place. There are numerous instructional design models, but most of these models contain the following essential phases: analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. Following this process, the instructional designer can then incorporate the principles of adult learning and develop highly interactive, participant-centered learning events. The analysis phase provides the information needed to carry out all the other phases of the instructional design process, but it first needs to answer the question, what's the business reason for doing the training in the first place? Once this issue is justified and when it's decided that an apparent problem is correctable through training, you walk through an instructional content analysis, which provides a list of information to be taught, the competencies to be developed. You start with a gap analysis. What is it we have to have after the training that we don't have now? What competencies and or behaviors can be changed to close those gaps? The design phase uses the results of the analysis phase to create the structure of the course. The instructional designer will develop a course syllabus, write course objectives, and create the course outline and schedule. These documents serve as a map or roadmap for the delivery of training. You need to have agreement on the training outcomes and sign off of the objectives and outcomes of the training from management, along with agreement on how to measure the training program's success. Before you move to the development phase, you need to choose and know what the appropriate delivery methods are going to be. The focus of the development phase is generating the course documents and materials used by trainers and participants during the delivery of the course as designed. Documents produced during this phase include competency-based learning guides and checklists, pre- and mid-course questionnaires, trainer's notes, presentation plans, assignment sheets, case studies, and role plays. The implementation phase of the instructional design process refers to the actual delivery of the instruction as designed. The product of this phase is a competent individual who has mastered the knowledge and skills developed during the learning process. When designing a new course, the design and materials should be tested during a pilot course. This pilot affords the instructional designer and trainers an opportunity to review and revise the course before it's fully implemented. When the training program is actually delivered, you need to make sure that the training needs to be modular so students can start to build one concept on top of another. The training needs to be associative so participants can associate the new information with something they already know, And the training needs to be interactive to break up the passive learning experience with activities like self-assessment activities, design a program, role-playing, case study, buzz groups, finish the scenario, and concept mapping. The evaluation phase refers to the systematic collection, processing, analysis, and interpretation of data to determine whether the training has met its objectives, i.e., whether the individuals involved in the training program's knowledge, skills, and attitudes related to job performance have actually improved. This phase also identifies aspects of the process that should be strengthened. Types of evaluation include participant reaction, participant learning, on-the-job performance, and effective training. The result of this phase is a set of recommendations for improving all the other phases of the instructional design process. If you found this primer on the instructional design process helpful, register to the Open Web App site for free and see our training video that explains 8 key ways to make your next training program a success.